Welcome, my friend. Pay close attention because this moment, this very video, could mark the start of a completely new life for you. Have you ever felt like you're walking alone? Like no one truly understands you? No one supports you? You keep giving, but no one sees it. You're constantly the one reaching out, but never receiving in return. You're surrounded by people, yet still you feel an overwhelming sense of loneliness. Or perhaps you've been alone for so long that it's all you know. If any of this resonates with you, then this video is for you. This is your space, your homecoming. This is where the change begins. Today, I'm giving you 10 real, actionable rules. Not empty quotes, not surface-level motivation, and certainly not theoretical ideas, but proven emotional steps that will help you succeed on your own, and most importantly, grow quietly. And if you're learning English, this video becomes even more powerful. I'm speaking in clear, slow, impactful English. You can listen and practice as many times as you want. You can repeat after me. Train your speech, and gain the confidence to speak up. This video is a 2-for-1, boosting both your mindset and your English skills. Now, take a deep breath. This isn't just a lecture. This is a moment, just between you and me, to rebuild your life from the inside out. Let's get started. Rule 1. Remember your dream every single morning. Before you check your phone, before you respond to anyone's message, before you brush your teeth, and before you speak to the world, speak to yourself. Remind yourself why you're here. Anchor yourself in your purpose. The reason most people fail in life isn't because they're lazy or unlucky or not smart enough. It's because they forget what they're fighting for. They wake up, fall into their routines, scrolling, reacting, comparing, just surviving. They let the noise of the world drown their focus. They let comfort steal their drive, but not you. From this day forward, you must begin each day like a warrior. Wake up. Whisper your dream to yourself. Say it out loud. Say it even when you're tired, broke, or when no one believes in you. Say it because that dream is the reason you're still breathing. Let's say your dream is to speak fluent English. You want to speak clearly, confidently, without hesitation, but every day fear holds you back. You're afraid of making mistakes, afraid of being judged. So you stay silent, and another day goes by. But not anymore. Starting tomorrow, it ends. You wake up, sit on your bed, and say to yourself, I will speak English fluently one day. I will train every day. I will speak with clarity. I will no longer remain silent. But don't just say it, feel it. Close your eyes and picture yourself speaking fluently in front of others. Picture yourself confident, respected, living in a new place, free, fluent. And remember, no one gave it to you. You built it on your own. That dream isn't just a fantasy, it's your fuel. And if you start each morning with that fire, nothing can stop you. Your mind will wake up looking for something to latch onto. Whatever you feed it will set the tone for the day. If you feed it with distractions, news, gossip, and comparisons, your day will be filled with noise and anxiety. But if you feed it with your dream, you train your mind to follow purpose, not panic. That's how you become unstoppable. Even when you're alone, tired, or scared, because your dream will be louder than your doubts. From today, do this. Place a small notebook next to your bed. On the first page, write, I will win alone. Then, in big letters, write your dream. I will speak English fluently. I will become financially free. I will train my body and mind every single day. Read it every morning before you touch your phone. Say it out loud, even if your voice shakes. Make it your daily weapon, your armor, your reason to wake up with purpose and power. You're not waking up just to survive anymore. You're waking up to build something that no one else can see yet. Every morning is a battle, and your dream is your sword. Hold it, swing it, and fight for it, even when no one applauds, even when no one believes in you, even when the only person left is you. Because if you remember your dream every morning, you'll never be lost again. Rule 2. Build a system that works in silence. Here's a hard truth most people avoid. Motivation fades, feelings change, people leave, and life gets tough. If your success depends on how you feel, you'll never make it. You won't feel inspired every day. You won't feel confident every morning. You won't feel supported every night. There will be days when you feel lonely, exhausted, and weak. And in those moments, only one thing will save you: a system that works. A system that doesn't rely on motivation. A system that doesn't care about your emotions. A system that runs whether you feel like it or not. A system is a simple, repeatable routine that you do every single day. It's your survival machine, built by you, for you. Whether you're tired, stressed, heartbroken, broke, confused, or completely alone, it keeps you moving forward. It's not flashy, it's not glamorous, but it works. Now, let's say your dream is to speak fluent English. Right now, you're shy, you have no one to practice with, and you feel embarrassed when you speak. You hate your voice, people laugh, and you keep quitting. But one day, you stop waiting for the perfect time, you stop depending on motivation, and you build a system. Every morning you wake up, you drink water, you open your notes, you read 5 English sentences aloud, you record your voice, you listen to it, correct it. Done. Time spent, 10 minutes. Applause? None. Support? None. Progress? Unstoppable. You do it again the next day and the day after. Some days you're tired, some days you're sad, some days you sound terrible, but the system doesn't care. The system is loyal, and you become loyal to the system. Then something magical happens after 30 days. Your mouth moves differently. Your confidence silently grows. Your pronunciation improves. You start thinking in English. You feel a change. Not because you watched 100 motivational videos, not because someone helped you, but because your system saved you. Your brain is emotional. Your feelings are unstable. Your motivation is a roller coaster. But systems? Systems are neutral. They don't care if you're sad. They don't need good vibes. They just run. Like electricity, like blood, like breath. Systems keep you alive even when your spirit is broken. Now, let's build a system for someone who wants to learn English, wants to be successful, has no help, works alone, feels demotivated. Here's your system. 6 a.m., wake up. 6:05 a.m., drink water. 6:10 a.m., speak 5 English sentences out loud. 6:20 a.m., listen to 1 short podcast in English. 6:40 a.m., do 20 push-ups plus cold shower. 7 a.m., journal 3 thoughts in English. 7:15 a.m., read 1 page of a book. 7:30 a.m., go to work, school, life. 9 p.m., review your day, speak 2 more English lines, sleep. No one will see it, no one will clap, but after 90 days, you won't be the same person anymore. That's the power of a system that works in silence. Most people build their lives on emotions. I don't feel like studying today. I'm not in the mood. I'll start when I'm ready. I'm tired. I'll do it tomorrow. But the truth is, success doesn't wait for your feelings. It rewards your consistency. Forget perfection. Forget big goals. Just do this. Write down 3 things you can do daily to move closer to your goal. For example, speak 3 lines of English, read 1 paragraph, walk for 10 minutes. Do them at the same time every day, same place, same routine, same rhythm. Never ask, "Do I feel like it?" Ask, "Did I do my system today?" Do this for 90 days without expecting applause. Don't post it. Don't beg for feedback. Just do the work in silence. Let the results speak when the time is right. You don't need more motivation. You need a system that wakes you up when you're broken, a system that trains your mouth when your heart is tired, a system that speaks for you when your confidence is gone. The world may forget your name right now, but if you build in silence, you'll return one day and no one will recognize the person you've become. Stop waiting for the right moment. Build your system, follow it, and let it quietly build your empire. Rule 3. Improve 1% every day. Why do most people never grow? It's not because they don't want to. It's not because they lack talent, and it's not because they don't try. The real reason? They believe growth only matters if it's big, fast, and impressive. They want 6-pack abs in 6 days. They want to build a business in 3 weeks. They want instant results, instant confidence, instant change. But when it doesn't happen, they quit. They say, "This doesn't work. I'm not good enough. I'll try something else." And they go back to square one, again and again, until they start to believe the lie, "I'll never be great. I'm just not made for success. I'm broken." But that's not true. You're not broken. You just don't understand the real secret of transformation. You don't need to grow fast. You don't need to make massive leaps. You only need to improve by 1% every day. Let's break it down. It's simple, so real that even a child could understand. If you improve by just 1% a day for a year, that's 365% growth. You won't be the same person anymore. You'll look differently, move differently, think differently, speak differently. But no one will notice at first because 1% is invisible, too small to impress, too quiet to praise, too slow to be admired. And that's why it works. No one expects you to become powerful by growing just 1% every day. But over time, that tiny progress turns into something massive, like a seed buried in the ground. No one sees it for weeks. Then suddenly, a tree. That's the power of 1% daily growth. It builds your roots first and then reveals your greatness. Let me tell you a story. There was a man in his 40s, tired, angry, unhealthy, and overweight. His back hurt. His knees hurt. He hated looking in the mirror. His kids ran in the park, but he couldn't join them. He felt ashamed, weak, hopeless. Every time he tried to lose weight, he failed. He joined gyms. He bought fancy diets. He downloaded apps. But every time he gave up. Why? because he wanted fast results, because 10 push-ups felt useless, because walking for 10 minutes seemed pointless, because eating one healthy meal didn't feel like progress. Then one day, something snapped inside him. He told himself, "I'm not trying to lose 20 kilograms. I'm not trying to impress anyone. I'm not aiming for perfection. I'm just going to do one thing today. 10 minutes of walking. That's it." And he did. The next day, he did it again. No photos, no gym selfies, no celebration. Just a silent walk. After 1 week, he walked for 15 minutes. After 1 month, he started doing light stretches. After 3 months, he cleaned up his diet just 1% better every week. After 6 months, he lost 12 kilograms. His back pain reduced. He could run with his kids. He didn't just lose weight. He found himself, not because he changed everything overnight, but because he improved just 1% every single day. Your brain doesn't trust big changes. It gets scared. It resists. This is too hard. What if I fail again? It's too much. I can't keep this up. But 1%? Your brain accepts 1% because it feels safe, it feels small, it feels doable. That's why this method works when everything else fails. It's not based on hype, it's based on identity reprogramming. Every day you improve by 1%, you send a message to your mind. I am someone who grows. You don't need to be perfect, you just need to show up. You don't skip days. You don't need applause. You just get better, quietly. Let me show you how 1% growth works in real life. 1% health. Drink 1 extra glass of water. 1% mind. Read 1 page of a book. 1% body. Take a 5-minute walk. 1% finances. Save $1. 1% discipline, make your bed. 1% energy, sleep 15 minutes earlier. 1% strength, do 10 push-ups. 1% relationships, send 1 kind message. 1% focus, avoid distractions for 5 more minutes. 1% dreams, write your goal down again. Every day, you do just a little more. The old you shrinks. The new you gets stronger. It's not fast, it's not viral, but it's real, and real change lasts forever. Don't underestimate the power of 1 small win. That 1% effort might seem tiny today, but it's the silent promise that you won't give up. It's your way of saying, I don't need a miracle, I need momentum. I don't need to be perfect, I just need to keep going. I don't need motivation, I need to move. If your dream feels far away, don't try to leap across the gap, just take 1 tiny step. And do it again tomorrow. Because you're not here to impress the world, you're here to become the person you were always meant to be. 1% at a time. Rule 4. Train your mind like a soldier, not a civilian. Most people think the real battle happens out there in the world, but the truth is, the most important war is the one inside your mind. It's not your job, your bank account, your past, or your pain. The real fight is happening between your ears. And the enemy? It's that voice inside your head, the one that says, I can't do this, I'm tired, no one supports me, what's the point? That voice that tells you it's easier to quit. And here's the truth, if you don't train your mind to follow you, your emotions will destroy your future. Let me show you the difference. A civilian's mindset says, I'll work if I feel like it. I'll do it when I'm ready. It's okay to take the easy route. They wait for motivation. They avoid discomfort. They crumble under pressure. A soldier's mindset says, I move even when I'm tired. I don't seek easy, I train for battle. Discomfort is where my strength begins. Soldiers don't train because it's fun. They train because they must survive. And if you're serious about winning on your own, you're no longer living a normal life. You're at war, not with people, but with your doubts, your laziness, your overthinking, your bad habits, and your weaknesses. Imagine a woman. She's 27, single, and alone in a small city. She just lost her job. Rent is due. She has no savings, no partner, no family nearby, and no one checking in on her. Most people would collapse. Most would beg for help. Most would say, I can't do this, but not her. What did she do? She bought a cheap yoga mat, laid it on the cold floor of her apartment, and started training. Every morning at 5:30 a.m., without fail, she pushed herself. Push-ups, burpees, squats, planks, silence, no music, no selfies, no gym, no one watching. Just her, pain, and discipline. She journaled her mindset, tracked her habits, and trained her body like a soldier preparing for battle. After 4 months, she didn't just look different, she walked different, she moved different, she spoke different. She didn't need anyone to rescue her, she rescued herself. Because she trained her mind first. Your body obeys your mind. If your mind is lazy, your body will follow suit. If your mind gives up, your life will fall apart. But if your mind becomes a soldier, your body becomes a machine, and your life becomes unshakable. You don't train for fun, you train for pressure. You train for the dark days. You train so that when everyone else breaks, you stand tall. Here's how to begin. Every morning, wake up early and sit in silence for 10 minutes. No phone, no distractions. Do 10 push-ups, not for fitness, but for discipline. Write down one fear you're facing, then write, I move even when I'm afraid. Every evening, write 3 things you did today, even when you didn't feel like it. Before you sleep, whisper to yourself, I am my own army. You don't need to feel brave. You don't need to feel confident. You don't need the perfect mindset. You just need to train it. Just like a soldier sharpens his blade, you sharpen your thoughts. Every time you move without motivation, you win. Every time you speak despite fear, you win. Every time you keep going when others quit, you win. Soon you'll become so mentally sharp, so emotionally tough, and so laser-focused that nothing will be able to stop you. Not pain, not rejection, not silence, not loneliness, nothing. Because now, you think like a soldier. Rule 5. Use the 3-3-3 growth system. Let's be real. Most people don't fail because they're not capable. They fail because they're disorganized. They want to grow, but their life is chaotic. No routine, no structure, no discipline, no way of tracking progress. They try doing 10 things at once. They chase new ideas every week. They get overwhelmed and quit. But you're not here to chase, you're here to build. That's why this rule is so powerful. It brings order to your chaos. It's called the 3-3-3 system. It's simple, it's silent, and it works. So what is the 3-3-3 system? Every day, you do 3 things. 1. Physical tasks. Move your body. Do push-ups, walk, clean your space. Movement creates energy. Your body is your anchor. 2. Mental tasks. Read, reflect, write. Grow your thoughts. Learn from your pain. Ask yourself powerful questions. And 3, real-life skills. Do one thing for your money, one thing for your future, and one thing for your character. Let me give you an example. Imagine a man. He was a mechanic, working 12-hour shifts. His back hurt. His income was low. He lived paycheck to paycheck. Then, one day, his company downsized. He lost his job. He was 39, with no savings, no degree, and no backup plan. Most people would collapse. They would beg for help. But not him. He built his own 3-3-3 system. Every morning, he did 3 physical tasks: 10 push-ups, 10-minute walk, 10 minutes of deep stretching. He did 3 mental tasks: read 5 pages of a self-help book, write down 1 powerful idea, and reflect on 1 life mistake. And he did 3 skills tasks: watched 1 business video, practiced customer service, and learned basic bookkeeping. He didn't post about it, he didn't tell his friends, he didn't brag. He just executed day after day. Within 9 months, he opened his own mobile mechanic service. He was stronger, wiser, more focused. He had clients, control, and clarity. He didn't just fix cars anymore, he fixed his life. This works because clarity builds confidence. Confidence builds momentum, and momentum builds a new identity. Instead of waking up asking, "What should I do today?" you wake up and say, "I know my 3-3-3. I don't panic, I execute." The 3-3-3 system removes confusion. It kills overthinking. It gives you power. You don't need more goals. You don't need more pressure. You need a system that builds you quietly. Most people waste their days in noise. You will build your life in rhythm: 3 physical tasks, 3 mental upgrades, and 3 real-life skills. That's all you need. Do this for 30 days, and you'll start to feel something growing. Do it for 60 days, and you'll see your old self begin to fade away. Do it for 90 days, and you'll never need to ask anyone for permission again, because now you're leading your own life. Rule 6. Silence is a superpower. Here's a hard truth. People don't always care. They don't always listen. They don't always support you, even when they love you. If you build your life around needing others' praise, motivation, or encouragement, you're setting yourself up for pain. Because even the people closest to you can disappear. They can misunderstand you. They can discourage you. They can ignore your progress because they're focused on their own survival. So what do? Do you collapse? Do you stop trying? Do you wait for someone to save you? No. If you truly want to win alone, you must stop begging for support and start using silence as your secret weapon. Here's what that means. Don't post your progress just to be seen. Don't share your goals just for validation. Don't explain your dreams to people who don't understand your hunger. Don't wait for applause. Don't need to be noticed to be powerful. You move like a shadow. You build in silence. And one day, the world will hear the echo of your success, not your words. Let me tell you about someone you've never heard of, but whose story will stay with you forever. He was 30. He worked in a dusty warehouse for 10 hours a day. He earned minimum wage. He had no college degree, no mentor, no internet at home, just an old flip phone and a cracked notebook. His coworkers laughed at him. They said he was too quiet, that he didn't talk to anyone, that he was always reading something weird. They thought he was trying to act better than them. But what they didn't know was this. Every lunch break, he sat alone under a tree and studied, not for school, not for a test. He was teaching himself electrical engineering from books, PDFs, and diagrams he sketched by hand. He said nothing to anyone. No social media, no announcements, no dream board, just discipline in silence. 2 years passed. No one saw anything. Then one day, he didn't show up for work. Why? Because he got a job offer from a startup designing circuit boards. Fast forward 3 years, he started his own electronics brand. Now he hires engineers with degrees, and the same coworkers who laughed at him now ask, "How did you do it?" And he just smiles. Because when you build in silence, your results make the noise. Silence has 3 powerful benefits. 1. It protects your energy. No one can drain you with their doubts. No one can distract you with their opinions. 2. It forces you to rely on yourself. You stop depending on applause. You become your own cheerleader, your own coach. 3. It shocks the world when you rise. They didn't believe in you, so now they can't ignore you. Keep your goals to yourself. Delete what doesn't serve your focus. Don't announce what you're working on, just do it. Track your growth privately. Let the results speak for you loudly when the time is right. Don't beg for support. Don't ask people to clap for you. Don't explain your fire to people who only feel cold. Let their silence make you stronger, because in silence, you'll discover your focus, your power, your real strength, and the version of you that doesn't need to be seen to be unstoppable. Rule 7. Build habits that no one sees. Let's be honest. Most people don't announce every little action they take. Do you broadcast to the world when you brush your teeth? No. Do you post about drinking water in the morning? No. Why? Because these actions are so deeply embedded in who you are, they're automatic. This is the power of true habits. They aren't built for attention. They are created in private moments when no one is watching. Anyone can be motivated for a day. Anyone can try hard for a week. Anyone can pretend to change when they're being observed. But real habits, the ones that transform your life, are the ones that no one sees. Waking up early, making your bed, drinking water, stretching, practicing gratitude, reading for 10 minutes, eating a healthy meal, saving $1, writing down one idea. These habits are not glamorous. They don't go viral, but they're the foundation of greatness. Let me tell you about a man from a small village in Japan. He had no gym, no business school, no YouTube, just a tiny metal workshop and a dream to become the best sword maker in the country. But how do you achieve that with no teacher, no internet, no guide? He built a habit system. Every morning at 4:45 a.m., he swept his workshop floor, sharpened every tool, lit the fire, heated the steel, hammered exactly 108 times, cooled the blade, and logged the temperature. He did this for 13 years, every single day, even when it rained, even when he had no clients, even when he was sick. And no one knew, not even his brother, what he was building. Until one day, his work was discovered, not through social media, but through a single sword. A sword so precise, balanced, and powerful, it was chosen as an honorary piece by the Emperor's Guard. All that success came from habits no one saw. This works because your future is built by what you do in private, not by what you post or announce, but by what you repeat when you're alone in silence. If you build habits no one sees, one day you'll have a life everyone wants but can't explain. Start by choosing 3 tiny actions you can repeat daily. Anchor them to specific times: morning, afternoon, and night. Never skip more than one day. Don't talk about them, just do them. Track your consistency for 30 days straight. Some people want noise. You want power. Some people want attention. You want transformation. Some people want to be seen working. You want to work, even when no one's watching. Build the habits that will change your life. Repeat them in the dark. Strengthen them in silence. And one day, you'll wake up to a life you can't believe you built, because no one saw you rise. But they will never forget who you've become.
Rule 8. Make discipline your best friend. Motivation is exciting. Discipline is brutal. But motivation fades, and discipline is what will save you when the world tries to knock you down. You can't win alone if your mood controls your actions. You can't build a new life if your energy decides your future. Here's what most people do. I'll do it later. I'm not in the mood. I'm too tired today. I'll start tomorrow. And one day becomes 1 week. 1 week becomes 1 year. 1 year becomes a lifetime of regret. That's why discipline must become your best friend. Discipline is not punishment. It's not self-torture. It's not forcing yourself like a machine. Discipline is self-respect. Discipline is self-love in action. Discipline is your future self whispering, "Don't give up on me." Discipline is showing up when no one's watching, even when you're tired, even when you're scared, even when you don't feel like it. You do it anyway. Why? Because the version of you that's coming depends on the discipline of the version you are today. Let me tell you about a 16-year-old boy from a small village. He had no internet, no phone, no electricity for 10 hours a day, but he wanted to be a doctor. How? His school had no labs, his family was poor, he had no private tutor. His neighbors laughed at him. They said, "This boy wants to be a doctor? He can't even afford a calculator." But he did. Every day at 4 a.m., he'd light a small lamp with kerosene. He'd open his old books and study with handwritten notes. He'd rewrite textbooks from the school library by hand, memorize biology charts by drawing them 20 times. And when the lamp ran out of oil, he'd study under streetlights. No music, no coffee, no luxuries, just discipline and time. Years passed. He didn't take breaks. He didn't skip his routine. He didn't let sadness or pain stop him. Today, he's a neurosurgeon in a modern hospital, and people come from all over the country to consult him. But his success didn't start in the hospital. It started the day he chose discipline over comfort. Discipline gives you power when you're weak. It gives you movement when you're stuck. It gives you control when life is chaos. It gives you confidence when doubt attacks. It gives you pride when no one notices. Motivation is an emotion. Discipline is a decision. If you decide once and stick with it, you can change your entire life. Choose 3 non-negotiable actions, small, simple tasks you commit to every day. Not big, exciting actions, but unbreakable ones.
Do them at the same time each day. Never argue with yourself. When it's time, just move. No debate, no delay. Track it, but don't talk about it. Don't look for praise. Let your consistency be your success. Make your bed every morning. Move your body for 15 minutes. Eat one clean meal. Read one page. Write one sentence. Sleep before midnight. None of these are flashy, but they reshape your identity in silence. The success you dream about, the life you imagine, it's not waiting for your motivation, it's waiting for your discipline. The reason you're stuck is not because you're weak, it's because you've been depending on feelings, not commitment. Today, you change that. Make discipline your best friend. The kind of friend who shows up even when the world doesn't. The kind of friend who gets you out of bed when your soul wants to sleep. The kind of friend who keeps you going until you win. And once you build that friendship, nothing can stop you. Rule 9. Track your progress like an assassin. Imagine this. If I told you to find a sniper hiding in a dark room, would you look for noise? No, you'd look for data. You'd search for patterns. You'd focus on any movement. This is how silent warriors operate. This is how assassins move, and this is how you must track your progress if you want to win alone. Because without tracking, you're not progressing, you're just guessing. You might say, I think I'm doing okay. I feel like I'm improving. Maybe I'm better than before. But here's the truth. Feelings lie. Emotions lie. Memories lie. What doesn't lie? Data. Tracking your progress means you stop guessing and start measuring. You stop hoping you're getting better and start proving it. You don't need fancy spreadsheets. You don't need an app. You need a notebook, a pen, and brutal honesty. Let me tell you a story. A man in his 50s was a farmer. Every year his crops were just average. Sometimes they failed, sometimes they did okay, but he never knew why. Then one year, he bought a simple notebook. Every day, he wrote down everything: the time he watered the plants, the temperature, the moon cycle, the soil type, the seeds he used, the color of the leaves, and the weight of the harvest. He did this for 3 years. People laughed at him. "What are you doing? Just plant and pray." But he wasn't just planting and praying. He was measuring, observing, learning, adjusting, and winning. In year 4, his crop yield doubled, not because he worked harder, but because he tracked his results like an assassin. When you track something, you spot patterns you never saw before. You stay focused on reality, not emotions. You stop wasting time on things that don't work. You build self-trust. You're motivated by truth, not fleeting feelings. Now, here's what you need to do. Get a notebook. Title it, My Results, My Proof, My Power. Every night, write 3 things. 1. What did I do today that moved me forward? 2. What did I avoid that I should have faced? 3. What will I do better tomorrow? Keep this private. Don't post it. Don't ask for feedback. Just track your progress silently, consistently. Do this for 30 days, and your life will start to feel like a machine, not a mess. You're not lost, you're just unmeasured. You're not lazy, you're just unstructured. You're not weak, you've been guessing too much. But now, you stop guessing, you start tracking, and you move with precision like a shadow. No one will understand your silence until they see the power your tracking has created. Because data never lies. And that notebook, it becomes your silent map to greatness. Rule 10. Rewire your inner voice. Every morning and night, there's a voice inside your head. You hear it when you're alone. You hear it when you fail. You hear it when everyone leaves. It's there before you sleep, and it's there when you wake up. Sometimes it tells you you're not enough, you're too late, you're not smart, you'll never make it. And you try to ignore it. You distract yourself, scrolling, eating, watching. But deep down, that voice is still there. Listen closely, because this might be the most important truth you'll ever hear. The person you become is shaped not by the world, but by the voice inside your mind. You can have the perfect plan. You can have all the motivation in the world, but if your inner voice is broken, negative, and toxic, then it's like trying to build a castle on a volcano. No matter what you build, it will eventually burn. You don't need to fight the world. You need to fix your voice. Here's what most people don't realize. Your thoughts are not just thoughts. Your thoughts are instructions to your brain. Your brain listens, it obeys, it shapes your future based on the words you whisper to yourself. That's why you must rewire your voice, not just once, not randomly, but every morning and night. This is the silent ritual that builds the new you. Let me tell you about a woman. She was 40, a mother, a wife, a worker. She cooked, cleaned, and helped everyone. But one day, her husband left. No reason, no goodbye, just vanished. She had 2 kids, no job, no money, and worst of all, no belief in herself. Every day she said to herself, "I'm not enough. I'm ugly. No one wants me. My life is over." That voice broke her. Not just her mind, but her body. She got sick, she lost weight, she stopped laughing, her kids cried at night. Then one day, she heard something on the radio. A woman said, "If you say something to yourself 100 times a day, your brain will believe it, even if it's a lie." She paused, she wrote it down. That night, she whispered, "I am not broken. I am worthy. My life is not over." She didn't believe it at first, but she said it anyway. The next morning, she said it again, same words, over and over, 7 days, 14 days, 30 days. Her voice changed, her body changed, her eyes started to shine again. She applied for a job and got it. She started working. She smiled again. She built a small business from home. Today, she's remarried, happy, alive, glowing. Not because life got easier, but because her inner voice became her best friend. Your subconscious mind is like wet soil. Whatever words you plant, they grow. If you plant "I'm stupid," you grow fear. If you plant "I'm ugly," you grow insecurity. If you plant "I'm late," you grow panic. If you plant "I'm not ready," you grow hesitation. But if you plant "I'm strong," you grow confidence. If you plant "I'm ready," you grow courage. If you plant "I'm calm," you grow peace. If you plant "I'm disciplined," you grow focus.
Here's how to do it.
Your brain starts to believe it, and when your brain believes it, your life starts to reflect it. This isn't magic, it's psychology, and it's real. Every morning when you wake up, before the world attacks you, before your doubts begin, say these 3 things aloud or silently. 1. Today, I am strong. 2. Today, I stay calm under pressure. 3. Today, I will move forward, no matter what. Say it 5 times with feeling. Then get up. Every night before sleep, When your fears and regrets start whispering, say these 3 things. 1. I did my best today. 2. I am proud of myself for not giving up. 3. Tomorrow I will rise again. Say it slowly. Say it like a lullaby to your soul. Give your voice a name. Make it a character, someone you respect, someone wise, someone brave. When you speak, feel like you're talking to someone sacred, someone real. Over time, that voice will become your anchor in the storm. You are not your trauma. You are not your failures. You are not your past. You are the voice you build inside yourself. Starting today, the world can lie to you, but your voice must not. People around you may abandon you, but your voice must stay strong. Your energy, your fire, all of it begins with the words you whisper to yourself every morning and night. Don't ignore this step. Don't treat it like a small thing. The most powerful prison is not made of walls. It's made of thoughts. And the most powerful escape is not breaking chains. It's rebuilding the voice inside your head. You don't need to be louder. You don't need to be better. You need to be kinder to yourself. Say the right words every morning and every night, and the world inside you will change. When that changes, everything changes. If you've listened this far, you are not ordinary. You are on a mission. You want more. You want to break the rules. You want to rise in silence and win in peace. And now you have the tools. These are not just rules, they're your weapons, your shields. You are a silent army, because when you walk this journey alone, the world may not clap for you, but someday they'll stare in shock and ask, "How did you do it?" And you'll smile and say quietly, "Step by step, with a voice inside me that refused to give up." If this video touched your heart, if you felt power in these words, if you believe you can change your life even silently, like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel so you never walk alone again. So you keep growing silently, consistently, powerfully. Because this is not just a video. This is your turning point, your reminder, your restart, your second chance, and you deserve it. Listen again, write the rules down, start today, and never stop. We believe in your silent comeback. The world won't see it coming, but you will.